let's just take a second to appreciate the fact that Jake has 4 kills with Lantern. Not even bad. Yo, what's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here, using that max power return on YouTube once again. I do apologize for the lack of uploads for the past week. I really haven't been motivated to do anything lately, and I don't know. But I will be back next week, and we've got the new tier changes and all that good stuff. But this is the GPC video, so I'm just going to keep that short. Anyways, this is week 3 of the GPC. I'm currently 2-0 with my VCU Reshirams. Again, the draft analysis will either be in a card in the top right corner of your screen, or it will be in the description below, or both. So if you want to check out what my team looks like, you can go ahead and check there. Although it is going to change soon. The transfers are happening this week, and teams are expected to become very different. So I'm actually pretty excited about that, and looking forward to building against new teams. They're going to be very, very new. Anyways, so this week we're against Llama. So follow the Ampharos on your screen. We're against Llama. His draft is blah blah. I always do this. I always screw up at least once. So his draft consists of Starmie, Bisharp, Chestnut, Clefable, Magnezone, Seismitoad, Haxorus, Rotom-Heat, Sawk, Togetic, Grumpig, and Pichu. Pichu the MVP though. So I am looking at the matchup with my team. I was pretty much expecting Starmie, because that's Starmie or Togetic, because those are the only things he has to get stuff off the field with. Although Togetic is very passive, as unless he runs Flamethrower, he really, oh my god, of course, like, it chose now to show up, of actual course, but Togetic's very passive. It doesn't hit hard enough for it to really warrant enough use against my team, especially with the offense that he would have to deal with in my Emboar, my Doublade, my Mega Altaria, and even Tyranitar is an issue for Togetic. So I was thinking he would bring Starmie, and I think I ended up being correct. Bisharp was actually very threatening, so I actually decided to give Meloetta the week off, let her rest her voice. So I mean, she would have been very nice to have against Chestnut, and Bisharp getting caught on a switch with a Focus Blast would have been great. I do think Meloetta can live a knockoff or Sucker Punch from max HP, but I did not want to risk that running against Bisharp, especially if I miss Focus Blast, because then that is just awful, because then Meloetta just dies for free. Chestnut, I pretty much assumed he was going to bring. Doesn't do anything for Mega Altaria, because Mega Altaria will tear through it regardless, but the rest of my team is pretty much walled by Chestnut. Emboar breaks through a little bit. Special Lilligant, which is what I did end up bringing with HP Ice, can do some damage to it at +1 with Life Orb. Besides that, I really didn't have any. Oh, and Tornadus-T, of course. But besides those 3, there really wasn't much that I could do to Chestnut, and if he played it properly, it would have been really, really difficult. Clefable, I didn't foresee it, I'll say, but I knew it would be an issue, which is why I actually chose to bring the Blade. You'll see that later on. I'll show you the team. Magnezone, I didn't see that. I didn't see him bringing it, only because after it traps the Blade, it becomes very passive, as Scarf Emboar does outspeed it and kill it. Mega Altaria at +1 outspeeds. No, wait. Yes, Mega Altaria at +1 outspeeds and kills it. Tornadus-T vested takes a hit and kills it. Swampert kills it. It dies to everything. It really is nothing for not much for Magnezone to do. Let's see. Let's go through the rest of the team real quick. Rotom-Heat is the Pokemon. Now we're looking at it. Rotom-Heat is the absolute counter to physical Mega Altaria, or most sets anyway, because return on physically defensive Rotom-Heat only does like 27%, and at +1 it's like 38 max or something like that. And Earthquake, of course, can't hit it because it has Levitate. That's one of the reasons I was actually thinking about bringing Meloetta. I was going to surprise him. I was going to bring Meloetta Life Orb with Gravity and Hidden Power Ground, as well as Mega Altaria having Earthquake, so I can take care of it. And really, as long as I kept Mega Altaria and Meloetta both alive, I could just take out Rotom-Heat in the last turn or something like that. It was really that would have been a really fun strategy to bring, but I decided to just do some tried and true stuff. So next to look at, we have Seismitoad and Haxorus. Seismitoad I thought was one, because it's besides Clefable, it's the only Mon on his team that gets Stealth Rock reliably. Anyway, Bisharp does get Stealth Rock as well, but it's just not as good on Bisharp. Bisharp's better off running 4 attacks or 3 attacks Swords Dance. So it has Stealth Rock to help out. It also has Toxic, and it can also run a Life Orb set, which actually hits pretty well. Hydro Pump, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, or you could opt to go for Hidden Power of some sort. I don't know. Now let's see. Already went through Togetic, it's passive. Pichu, of course, is just a god. We don't even need to go through that. Sawk and Grumpig. Now, I was a little bit worried about Grumpig, as it could take hits from either side, depending on which defense you decide to go with. But I really didn't care about it too much, especially since I have the Blade, and I could just take care of it if necessary. So that was pretty much it for Grumpig. As far as Sawk goes, Mega Altaria, again, is just a monster against it. Although Scarf Sawk with Poison Jab would have been a huge issue, but I had enough to deal with it. So the only Pokemon I'm really scared of on his team is Rotom-Heat, and I would have been scared of Bisharp, because Bisharp actually would have been very bad to have out with the Blade around. And if I bought T-Tar, Low Kick, of course, is what I'm afraid of. But Scarf Emboar is actually very good for me in this matchup. So we'll actually go ahead and look at the team in just a moment. I'm sorry there's no visuals this time. I really did not get, I haven't been feeling myself this week. So I do apologize for that, but the thumbnail will still be alright. So I'm going to pause and we will go to Showdown. Alright, we're on Showdown now, so I'm going to go ahead and open Team Builder. Okay. Oh, this is what I was working on. Anyways, ignore that. Come on, open. There we go. There we go. I made a ton of MU teams. Oh my lord. So here we go. This is the team I used against Llama. Now, if this would ever open, there we go. I need a faster computer. We have in the first slot, of course, the MVP, Wendy the Sky Dragon, my Mega Altaria with Pixelate, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Return, and Roost. Pretty standard set. I just took some speed off and added a little bit of bulk. Help me survive a little longer. It's very nice. I remember, like, whenever I do this, whenever I do different EVs, I never really have anything in mind. It's really just the mindset of I want to live more hits, so let me just add some HP or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much straightforward. And I actually got to use a pretty normal Deblade set this week too. So we have Wine Stains, my swords, my Deblade, Eviolite, Yoga. Wow, I said Yoga. Wow. I'm off. So we have Swords Dance, Sacred Sword, Shadow Sneak, and Iron Head. Max attack, Adamant with max HP, or well, 248 HP and 8 special defense. It's very standard. My team is actually very standard this week for the most part, except for Fortress and well, Fortress is standard. Everything's standard. So we have Virizion Wireless, my Life Orb attacking, Grass fighting, special. Forget it. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something really cool, but then it just escaped my mind. So it has Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, Focus Blast, and Calm Mind. Hidden Power Ice was mainly so I could hit his. Let me look back. Was so I could hit his Haxorus super effectively on a switch. Togetic as well, something so that Togetic doesn't completely wall me. Although I'm not going to stay in on it, of course. I'm not going to catch an Air Slash or a Dazzling Gleam, because those, even with my high special defense, it's going to hurt still. And basically helps me hit Chestnut and Haxorus for a little more damage, as well as hitting, yeah, Togetic, like I said already. Anyways, so back to this. We have Giga Drain, Hidden Power, Ice, Focus Blast, and Calm Mind. Standard set. Timid, max special attack, max speed, and 4 special defense. Now here we have a base, my Fortress. It's not desynced, don't worry about that. It's just I'm speaking before the thing happens, so it just looks desynced. I mean, a lot of people have been having problems with the syncing in my videos, thinking that way. I just speak ahead of time. That's really it. I mean, and then after pauses and stuff like that, I will speak. I'm just telling you what happened while it was paused. It's not like the video's ahead of me or I'm ahead of the video or anything like that. Or at least that's what I've noticed. I mean, if something's wrong, just don't be afraid to tell me. So we have a base, my Fortress, Leftover, Sturdy Stealth Rock, Volt Switch, Rapid Spin, and Toxic. I actually opted not to bring Spikes or use Gyro Ball, as neither of those moves would help me out much. I knew I wasn't gonna leave it on. I knew I wasn't gonna leave it in on Clefable, obviously, because well, they've only had 2 battles, but every team has had that one Pokemon that learns Fire Blast but doesn't use it too often, that brings it against my Fortress. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bring Gyro Ball. There really is no point to me using it, as I'm not really gonna hit anything hard, and I can just Volt Switch out of anything on his team anyway, so there's no point. The one thing I was worried about with this is the fact that Magnezone has both Magnet Pull, and most of them carry Hidden Power Fire as well, which is what helps with Volt Switch. By Volt Switching on his Switch, it would help me a lot. Now we have Peeps, my Tornadus-T, Standard Assault Vest set, Regenerator, Hurricane, Focus Blast, U-Turn, and Knockoff. This was actually very important in this match. It helped me quite a bit. It was a nice little switching. Then last we have Felipe, my Emboar, Choice Scarf, Reckless, of course. I didn't give you genders? You're a man. You're a man. Okay, I give genders to everything based on names and appearance and whatnot. Anyways, that's not important. So we have Flare Blitz, Head Smash, Superpower, and Facade. There was no point to me running Wild Charge. Nothing on his team other than Togetic would be taking super effective damage from Wild Charge, and everything else would just hit harder anyways. So, and Head Smash is harder than Wild Charge anyways, so as far as Togetic goes. I need a Head Smash to deal with his Rotom-Heat, just in case I end up with this matchup. And yeah, that's about it for my team. So I will see you guys in a little while with the actual replay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through the whole thing before my father gets home, but we will see. We shall see. Alright, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alright, and now we have returned with the battle from week 3 of the GPC. Now, just to make sure that you guys have it fresh in your minds once again, we have oh my gosh, wow, oh my gosh, this is why you always keep water nearby. But you have my VCU Reshirams against his Dunsparcenal. Pretty awesome name, not even gonna front. But so he decides to bring, I thought he would bring Seismitoad, Clefable, Rotom-Heat, Chestnut, and Starmie. Bisharp, I mean, it could have been either changed out or whatever, but Emboar was pretty safe to bring with me. So he actually brought a team that I thought he would bring, which is really awesome. That didn't happen to me last week or the week before. It was just select Mons, but this is like the entire team. So that's awesome. Anyways, so I really don't think I have any trouble against any Pokemon on his team, any trouble dealing with any Mon on his team, other than that Rotom-Heat. I really just, no, it just needs to go. The faster it goes, the better. Now I've pretty much explained everything on these teams, so I could actually start the replay quite early this time. Oh gosh, I knocked over my mic's buffer anyway. Anyways, so let's go ahead and click resume. So he's gonna lead off with Clefable. We're hitting normal. Whoops. Fast speed. So I'm gonna knock off. I just want to get leftovers off, or in case he decides to switch out, get something off of something else. But he is actually gonna be to show that he is a Stealth Rock variant of Clefable. So I'm just gonna U-turn out just to get a little bit of chip damage, I guess, and go straight into my Deblade here as he goes for Moonblast. Now he also has Fire Blast. That would have done a lot more. It would have hurt quite a bit. But he decided to make the safe play. So he's gonna go inside himself here. I go for Sacred Sword, thinking that he might go into his Bisharp. He didn't, but I got some good damage off. So I'm gonna go into Virizion here as he goes for the Scald. It's not gonna do like anything to me. I thought he would go for Sludge Wave, to be completely honest, just to make the amazing play, but he doesn't. He's gonna go ahead and go into his Chestnut here, and I go for Focus Blast. It's gonna do nothing because that bulletproof vest he's wearing is just, it's disgusting. So I'm gonna go into Emboar here because there really isn't much he can do to me unless he has Earthquake, as he actually decides to double out into his Rotom-H. Now here is where things get, okay, yeah, I didn't pause in time. That's unfortunate. But here is where things get crazy. So he actually criticizes the way, in his Rotom-Heat's name, he criticizes the way I say Altaria. Now, the way I say Altaria is it's like I'm saying Altaria, but I say the A after the T like really quickly, so it's like Altaria. So it's just, you take it for what it's worth. But I just think it sounds cooler, and it rolls off my tongue better, and it's just all around amazing. So I'm gonna click Head Smash here. I believe he said that he misclicked and he meant to go into Seismitoad, and that would have actually hurt me more than anything else. But he actually ends up staying in with his Rotom-Heat here, and I connect with the Head Smash. I'm going to take it out. That's basically like all I need is for Altaria to come back in and to basically just destroy everything. So Virizion going to come back out to deal with this Seismitoad. He's going to make the prediction this time very nicely, go for the Sludge Wave, as he really doesn't lose anything by it since I don't have a Steel type out. Then I go into Clefable here. I go for Hidden Power Ice just in case he decides to pull a switch into his Chestnut again. And I'm going to go ahead and Giga Drain here. And here he's going to Moonblast. Oh wait, he's going to Fire Blast me, excuse me. And that crit, I'm not entirely sure it mattered. If he was minimum, if he had no special attack investment and was like defensive or special defensive, that definitely did matter. But he turned, I don't know. I honestly have no idea if that mattered or not. But I'm okay with it, because now I can go back into Tornadus-T here. I'm going to go ahead and, I think I just go straight for Hurricane. I'll go for Hurricane and wide left on his Bisharp. So I'm like, okay, you know what, he doesn't know how to Focus Blast. Bam! Wide left on his Bisharp once again. So he's gonna Iron Hand me, and I'm like, ugh, wow, why me? Why me? Why me? Missed two moves. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Fortress here because there's not much you can do to me. Plus, I'm pretty much, it's pretty much set in stone he's gonna Sucker Punch me. Now I was scared he was gonna be Swords Dance and start setting up, but I don't. If whether or not he was, I won't know. So I'm gonna Rapid Spin these rocks away, as it does help me out quite a bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and set up my rocks here as he goes for Leech Seed on me. So what I'm actually going to do, I wanted to Volt Switch out, but since he's faster than me and he could set up spikes or something like that, I actually decided to just go straight for a, did I go for Rapid Spin? No, I go for Toxic this turn. And since he's faster than me, and I really don't want him getting back HP, I just decided to go for the Rapid Spin here, get the Leech Seed off of me, and get the spikes off of the field. And after this plus a Volt Switch, or well, I would have been able to get out. But I am just going to leave Fortress in here as I don't, did he connect with Fire Blast? Oh, you actually went for Moonlight. Excuse me. Wow. I screwed up. But I'm going to Volt Switch out here and go into... What did I go into? Damn it. I'm so out of it. So I'm going to go into Emboar here. So he's going to pull the switch back into his Seismitoad, as that's the only thing he has that can take any of Emboar's move other than Superpower. And I wouldn't use Superpower just yet anyways. So Flare Blitz on the Seismitoad does 27%. He's not holding... I don't know what he's holding. So he's actually going to go ahead and go for Scald as I bring back in my Tornadus-T. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a Hurricane on his Seismitoad. But he does bring out his Starmie here. I probably wanted to try to get rocks off the field at this point just to make sure he's not taking any residual damage. But one, I'm faster than a Starmie unless it's Scarf. And two, that Hurricane gets the crit and takes him out. I'm not sure if it probably did matter. I'm like 90% sure it mattered. But I do have both Knockoff and U-Turn, which would have finished it either way, as I am still faster than it. So it didn't end up mattering too much in the long run, except for the fact that maybe you might have been able to switch out or something like that. So now, expecting the Sucker, I'm actually going to go into my Emboar again, but he predicts that quite nicely and uses Iron Head on my Emboar. So I have a choice. I can either sacrifice it or I can switch out into Altaria on the Sucker, because that's literally the only play he can make. Flare Blitz takes both myself and him out, and I am definitely faster since he showed that he isn't Choice Scarf. So I'm going to send Wendy out here, and she's basically just going to clean up. That's really it. I Dragon Dance as a normal Altaria because just in case he is like one of those faster variants. Because at max speed, Mega Altaria at +0 is actually, Mega Altaria at +0, or at least my variant, is outsped by max speed Bisharp, or not even max speed, like less than, a little bit less than max speed Bisharp. So I didn't want to take that chance, and I just had the Sucker Punch, whatever. I just didn't want to get Iron Headed to Oblivion, and Sucker Punch can't KO me once I Mega Evolve, so that was basically it. And the battle just ends here, as I'm just going to be able to use Mega Altaria, Wendy the Sky Dragon coming through, returning everything to the darkness. The darkness from which it came. Chestnut is just, I feel sorry for these guys. I mean, that crit didn't matter because I'm at +1, and Bisharp is going to come in, and only Iron Head would save it. If it was Scarfed, it might have actually been able to outspeed me and probably KO me. but it doesn't, and I'm going to win the battle against Dunsparcenal. A nice 5-0 to add to the team. This was actually, I was very scared of that Rotom-H, but once it went down, it was basically curtains once Altaria was able to come in and set up. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed this battle this week. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently, but I am definitely gonna keep going with the GPC here, and yeah, just expect another one of these next week, and I guess expect a couple lives this week. Well, yeah, this week coming. I've got a bunch of stuff coming up, so I might not be able to upload as often, but maybe 2 a week like this, plus another video each week. And that's really all I have to say. His channel will be in the description. His Twitter will also be in the description. He's a very cool person. Just made, I guess Showdown just screwed him over with that Rotom-H thing. But we decided to keep going, and the battle ended. Altaria reigns supreme. Wendy was just on her game today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until we meet again, alright, peace out, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.